All right, there's just something I want to kind of get off my chest a little bit. So I'm talking about content creators. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about content creators. And when I say content creators, I'm not talking about all content creators. I'm talking about the content creators who play Call of Duty. That's who I'm referring to. The ones who play Call of Duty and not much else. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about here today. I want to kind of express the way I feel about the current state of Call of Duty and the player base, more so the streamers. I had something on my mind about it, and I'm like, you know what? I got to talk about this because it's driving me nuts. So over the last few days, if you haven't noticed, over the last, I'd say probably week or so, there's been a lot of buzz on the internet, on social media, on just, platforms of these streamers. They're talking about how bad Call of Duty is right now. The state of Call of Duty, how bad it is. It's terrible. It's just complete dog shit. It's all these things, right? This game is awful. What am I playing? I kind of had the same thought process too about the whole situation. I'm like, you know what? This game is kind of ass. It is kind of bad. So it's not anything out of the normal though. It's been this way for several years now. The game has a major issue with cheaters, servers are bad, just hackers all over the place. The game is in a bad way. I understand that. And rightfully so for people who have frustration and just straight up, anger when it comes to this game. And if you do, you have valid points of why this game is not in the best state of mind right now. The thing that's puzzling me the most when I think about this, the streamers that are talking about this are the ones that are playing it the most, right? Such as myself. I play Call of Duty quite a bit on this channel, but I hear a lot of complaining from full-time streamers. These streamers that are on here talking about this are doing this for a living, and a lot of them are getting paid a lot of money to play this game for a living. And that's all they do. They play Call of Duty. And if they win the tournaments, they make a ton of money, and they have a pretty good job, if you ask me. You are a content creator who plays video games for a living. Okay? Think about that for a second. There's a lot of people, and me included, who would love to be able to do this full time and stream Call of Duty, and not just Call of Duty, just gaming in general. But I just can't help the fact that every time I see them online, they're talking about how terrible the game is. And I'm like, dude, it could be so much worse for you. You stream for a living. There's people out there that can only dream about being in your shoes. Say, man, I wish I could stream and get paid the money that you get paid. Do I know how much money some of these streamers make? No, I have no idea. I can only guesstimate what these people are making. It's probably more than what most people make in a year. It's definitely probably a lot more than minimum wage. And it just seems like they're so unhappy when they play Call of Duty, and they get so mad and so upset about it. Yeah, the frustration is real. Like I said, it's understandable, but it just seems like everybody is in such a bad mood, and you can't just say, go play something else, which at the end of the day, that's what you want to tell them. Dude, if you're so pissed off and angry at Call of Duty, go play something else. And some of these people have actually tried to go play something else. And some of these streamers, they can't just go off and play another game because their audience depends on them to come back and play Warzone or play multiplayer rank play or Warzone rank play. So their fan base expects them to come back and play this game. And, that's totally fine. Your fan base is watching you for you. What I'm trying to say is stop complaining. People want to be able to do this for a living, and they can't because they have other obligations. They have daytime jobs. They have things that get in the way of them to be able to do this for a living. This streaming is a job. Being a content creator is a career. You just have to be able to sit back and say, I'm blessed to be able to do what I do. And don't get me wrong. A lot of these streamers are saying online, hey, I'm blessed to be able to sit here and do this for a living. When they sit there and they just complain about how bad Call of Duty is, if you accept the fact that Call of Duty right now, in the current state that it's in, if you just tell yourself, this game is never going to change. This game is never going to get fixed. It's always going to have problems with hackers and cheaters. There is no solution on the back end of Activision to be able to come in and say, hey, we have a solution to the cheating problem. Let's fix it. If you tell yourself there's no solution to the problem, and there's always going to be cheaters, and there's always going to be bad servers, the faster you'll be able to be, okay, it is what it is with it. Because if this is your career to stream the one and only game, Call of Duty, then learn to live with the problems that it has. Just accept it. It's never going to get fixed. The faster you do that, the better off you'll be, the happier you'll be, and you won't sit there and complain about how shitty the game is all day long. Just be thankful you're able to do what you do, making the money that you make, because for most people, including myself, that is the dream. You're living the dream. Just be happy. And that's it.